Hello, good morning, students. Today we will start with our new chapter of geography, sixth chapter, Importance of Ocean. In the previous standard, we have studied the lithosphere and hydrosphere of the earth, the proportion of land and water on earth, and also the major oceans. Note the area of each ocean given in the following table. Children, in the below table, there are few ocean names and their area in square kilometer. So the first largest ocean is Pacific Ocean and the smallest ocean is Arctic Ocean. The hydrosphere includes all the water bodies that exist on the earth. This covers all the oceans, sea, rivers and their tributaries, lakes, reservoirs and also groundwater. Of the total global water, 97.7% is contained in ocean. Do you know, we always see the living world around us. There is considerable diversity in the living world on land. The living world in the hydrosphere is many times greater than the living world on land, and it has a much greater diversity. So in below picture you can see not only a small aquatic animals in the ocean, big, small, some various types of plants, all are mixed together and inside the ocean. Students, now we will do a small activity. Take some water in steel dish. It is better if the water is from a bore well. Keep the water in direct sunlight. Do not remove the dish until all the water gets evaporated. Observe the dish after the water has evaporated completely. What do you see? Taste the substance in the dish. Students, evaporated means the disappearance of the water inside the bowl. Now, let us see the result of that experiment. What we have seen. You must have noticed that after the water evaporated completely, as I told, evaporated means disappearance, a whitish layer is left in the dish. If you taste it, you will find that it is salty. You will realize that these are the salts in the water. In drinking water, the proportion of salt is quite low. Water from ocean and sea has a greater amount of salt, hence it tastes salty. There is abundant aquatic life in the ocean. From the microscopic plankton to huge whales, different types of living things are found in the oceans. Once they die, they remain accumulate in ocean. Accumulate means if any aquatic organism, big fish or small fish or any organism, if it dies inside the ocean, its dead body will dead and decay inside the ocean and slowly decompose inside the water. So that decomposition and remaining of that dead things inside the ocean is called accumulate. And plankton means a few small microscopic type of fishes. All rivers flowing from mountains or hilly area finally meet the ocean. Sediments from eroded lands, trees and bushes flowing with the water, dead remains etc. enter the ocean with this river water. In both the above process, the dead remains decompose, releasing various minerals and salt in the ocean water. Volcanic eruption occurs on land. Similarly, volcanic eruption take place in the ocean as well. During a volcanic eruption, different minerals, ashes, salts and gases are added to the water. This increases the level of salts and minerals in ocean water. Due to continuous evaporation of oceanic water, the proportion of salt increases. All this thing makes the ocean water salty. The salinity of ocean water is different at different places. Salinity is expressed in terms of mils particles per thousand. The average salinity of oceanic water is 35%. The Dead Sea is known to have the maximum salinity. Its salinity is 332%. We obtain salt from the salty water. Salt as a substance is obtained by constructing salt pan in the coastal area. Salt is an item in our diet. Many minerals like phosphate, sulfate, iodine, etc. are also obtained from the sea. We depend on ocean to some extent for minerals. Students, so here I am stopping with my this video. This is the part 1 video of this chapter. In next lecture we will continue with further topic. Thank you.